Hello, and thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Cassandra, the Prosperous Heart from ProsperousHeart.com. And in this training video, I am going to share with you Facebook profile security so that if you do not understand how to limit who sees your posts or how you can hide yourself away from people who are not your friends, this training is for you. All right, so whether you are on Facebook Home, which this screen right here is your timeline where you see people's posts, or whether you click on here on Home, or if you are on your profile, right? So this is my profile and what I've got here. Either page and really anywhere on Facebook, if you come up here to the top right and click that down arrow here, what you're going to see is that it has a lot of information, but especially right here on settings, okay? So this settings right here, that is what's going to show you that's what's going to have the information for you on how to make your profile locked down or not, depending on what your needs are for your profile. So click on settings. And on the general page, not much to know about security and login. This is just for you to make sure that nobody can log in without your permission, so you can lock it down and make sure that if somebody's logging onto your profile, let's say on a machine that you're not using currently, you can make sure that they do not have access to your machine. Now, privacy. Privacy right here, guys. This is where you're going to find a lot of what most people do not realize that they can resolve. So first of all, who can see my stuff? So the first part is who can see your future posts, the ones that are going to happen after this moment in time. Right now I have it set to only me, but if you click here on edits, you're going to see that you have the ability to choose public, friends, friends accept, specific interests, or excuse me, specific friends. So these friends are your friend lists. I've done a training on that before, so if you don't know what it's about, let me know. You can also click on see all, and you can see other custom options as well. So for me, I actually do like to make it on public. This means that every post in the future will allow for anybody who is on my profile to be able to see all of my future posts. Now, you can always change this at any time whenever you are either creating the post or even after you have made it. So this is not a big deal, and it does sometimes go back to some other option here depending on how you're using Facebook. So if you were to actually log into Facebook and change your post, and when you were creating a post, so you were to change your settings, your privacy settings, it might change it back here. So this really isn't a problem as long as you are aware of how to change settings on your post, and I will definitely show you that as well. So I've made it public. I'm going to go ahead and close. And so the next item that I want to show you here is who can see your friends list, okay? This is important for marketers especially because if you are in home business, you don't really want to have somebody just randomly, sending your friends messages. So you really want to make sure that only you can see your friends list, okay? So you don't want your friends getting spammed, right? So the way to change this, again, is simply to click on edit. And then you can change who is allowed to see your friends. Now, if you want your friends to be able to see who your friends are, you can leave it as friends. You can leave it as friends except acquaintances. But again, I don't want people to be amateur marketers and spam my friends. So I always choose only me. Now, the next option that we have here is limit the audience for posts you shared with friends or public. This allows you to, let's say that you have for some reason decided that you want to have all of your past posts be limited to a particular audience, okay? So what you would do in that instance is you would click on limit past posts, and this changes all of your old posts to a particular privacy setting. I am not going to do this because I've been following the processes to keep my posts the way that I want them to, so I'm going to keep it like that. But that's how you can change that. Now, the next portion of this is who can contact me. So this allows people to be able to send you friend requests. It allows you to be able to determine who is able to do that. So I have it set to everyone because I have no reason for people not to contact me. But if you don't want anybody to contact you, or if you don't want anybody to send you a friend request, you can change this to something else, just like you saw before. So I have mine to everyone. You can do friends of friends, and I believe that you can even lock this down further in this next part. So the next one is who can look me up. All right, so there's a couple things, right? The first one is using the email address you provided, okay? The email address you provided is what you have Facebook saying is your email address. It allows you to log in if you forget your username, things like that. So again, you just click on the edit here. You have a phone number that you've provided to Facebook. So if you want, you can allow someone to search for you through your phone number on Facebook. Again, I have mine set to everyone, but you can change it to edit. And this one is tricky. So if you, for some reason, don't want your boss to be able to easily find you or things like that, you want to make sure that this is actually set to no, because this means that search engines like Google, Yahoo, other search engines that are out there, these search engines would allow you to see your profile on those websites. So it's basically implementing the ability for you to be searched through those search engines. So I leave mine as yes, only because, again, I have nothing to hide. I don't have any reason that I don't want people not to find me, but there are some people who do need that special privacy setting. So that's how you can do it there. Now, timeline and tagging. This one is also something that a lot of people don't realize is possible. So first things first, who can post on your timeline? If you want to lock down your timeline and don't allow people to post on your wall, you can totally do that. But if you are a marketer like myself, and you want to make sure that you have the best Facebook edge rank possible, you want to at least allow your friends to post on your timeline, because that means that they can leave you messages, they can tag you, and it shows up on your wall, which I think that's irrelevant of who can post on your timeline. But they would be able to leave messages on your wall and people would be able to see them, things like that. So I have it set to friends. You can change it to whatever you'd like. I believe that it's whatever you like. Oh, okay. So it's for only friends and yourself. So you can make that change. You can review the tags that people tag you on before they appear in your timeline. I don't know what the default is for this, but I have mine. Oops, I have mine set to. Here we go. I have mine set to on, because I do not want someone tagging me in things that either A, I'm not okay with the picture being on my wall or being associated with myself, or B, I'm not in that photo. I have had so many marketers tag me in photos that have nothing to do with me, that, you know, it's just frustrating. So I always have this on so I can make sure that not just random any old Joe can tag me and have appear on my timeline. So from here, who can see things on my timeline? So, you know, you've got the ability to review what other people see in your timeline. So that all that is that when you click here, you can play around with how people see your timeline. Okay, I would suggest go ahead and playing with that just so you get used to it. Here, who can see posts you've been tagged in? So this is what would allow people to be able to see the photos that you're tagged in, posts that you're tagged in, things like that. And then you also have the ability to allow who sees what others post on your timeline. So first things first, right? We, and at least on this one, I have my friends have the ability to post on my timeline. And then number two, you can say who sees what others post on your timeline. So there's a third option to this as well, okay? The third option to this is if your friend does not have it set to public, then while you would be able to see it on your timeline and they would be able to see it on their timeline, right? If it was not set to public, some of your friends might be able to see it, but only those who were also given permission by the original tagging person, only they would be able to see it. Okay, so there's that. And the next one is, how can I manage tags people add and with tagging suggestions? So pretty straightforward. Again, review tags people add to your post. So let's say you have a really cool post that someone wants to tag people on. You have the ability to say, hey, I want to be able to deny someone the ability to tag my photo for whatever reason. I have that on because you can only have a certain number of people tagged in a post at one time. It's like a lot, but I still don't want just any old Joe being tagged in my photo if there's a reason for my photo to be there. Hope that makes sense. So then the next one is, when you're tagged in a post, who do you want to add to the audience if they aren't already in it? So what that means is, right, if somebody tags you in a post, this is saying that I want friends except acquaintances to be able to also see this in the audience, okay? The next one is, who sees tag suggestions when photos that look like you are uploaded? I have made the decision that I want my friends to be able to tag me in photos because, again, I have that set up so that I can review them. But if you want to change that, again, you just click edit and then you can say no one. But again, I want my friends to tag me if Facebook deems that my face is inside the picture someplace. Okay, so next thing, blocking. This this can make your life so much easier. First of all, you have several different options. You have restricted lists, which when you see this here, sorry, I zoomed in the wrong place. It's basically, if you have somebody on the restricted list, right, they won't see posts on your Facebook that you share only to friends. Okay, so if there's a reason you don't want somebody to let's say that you are at work and you are not at work, but you still have a day job and you're also building a business. If for some reason you don't want your business, your job's colleagues, there we go, to see what you're doing with your business, you can make the post setting to be friends, not and not on your restricted list. So that means that they would not see any posts that you have that were set to friends. Okay, so then you also have block users. This is when you have issues with people not being very kind on the internet and you don't want to deal with their drama, right? So you would either add their name here, or there's other options during your interactions with people that you can block them as well. And as you can see, if you decide that you want to open up those doors, you can unblock people as well. Now, we also have block messages. This part is for Facebook Messenger. So you can add the name here, or when you're on Messenger, you can block them from there. Now you've got blocking app invites, event invites. You can block apps, which I do because I don't have time for that. And then you can also even block pages. If for some reason a page is harassing you, you can put them blocked there. Now there is two more options. Nope, just one, that I do want to show you that in regards to privacy. First of all, this public posts, if you are in business and you are using your profile to talk about business at all, then you need to realize that this is going to help you position you to have your profile have the best Facebook ad rank you can have. Now, Facebook ad rank, if you are not aware of what that is, it is basically the algorithm that Facebook determines if your posts should be seen by more people. That's it. So you need to make sure that for your public posts, you have some of these set properly, okay? So first things first, who can follow me? You want to turn this on. You want this to be public, okay? The reason for that is because when you have this set to public and you have everyone the ability to follow you, what this allows you to do is, when you have public posts, you can, talk about your business, and someone who's not your friend can also see your post. Okay, and when they follow you, they can be alerted that you've had a public update. So I always do public, but if you don't want your public posts seen by people who are not your friends, then you want to change it to friends. Okay, so, and then you can learn more from there as well. Now, the next section I want to talk about is public post comments. So, who can comment on your public posts? Again, I have mine set to public because when somebody when someone reacts to your post, that is cool. If they comment on your post, that's double cool. If they share your post, that's like mega cool, and Facebook is all over that. Okay, so I want my public posts to be able to allow anyone to comment on them. So I set this to public. Again, you can change it by clicking on edit. Now, public post notifications. It's basically exactly what it sounds like. I want notifications from public when my public posts have that done. Okay, so, and just to show you, you click here, you can get notifications when people who aren't your friends start following you and like, share, comment on your posts. So again, since I am a business owner, I do have this turned on. Now, back to where we just were. So then you also have the ability to say who can like or comment on your public profile pictures or other profile information. So your profile picture is the picture that shows up, you know, when you're here. I'll just show you. So when you're on, so right here, right there. So this right here is your public profile photo. It's the photos that show up in here. So to click on that, it would be all of these photos. These are all profile photos of mine. So that's what that means for that. Okay. So if I want people to like or comment on them, I would change it to public. And again, because I am a marketer, I want this set to public. But if you do not want people to like, comment, or interact with your public profile pictures, then you can change this as well. Comment ranking. This is a very interesting feature because it basically allows the most relevant comments on your public posts first. I have it set to off because I would rather have the comments in the order of which they were posted. But if you want, you can turn it on and then have comment ranking very similar to what is on Pages and on your Facebook Lives. Now, your username. This is actually pretty cool. It has nothing to do with security. But if you want to have what's called a pretty URL or whatever, you can change your username. Instead of having facebook.com/some random sets of numbers, you can, again, have your pretty link information there. Now, you can also connect a Twitter account, which is not recommended if you post a lot on Twitter because, well, it's just bad news bears. Because what happens is if you post a lot on Twitter, you will have post after post after post after post just swamping your feed. And a couple things happen. One, people, they tend to get kind of upset and they might unfollow you, they might unfriend you, whatever the case may be. The second one is that Facebook's edge rank, right? It's a real thing. It is Facebook's algorithm to determine if your stuff should be seen. So what happens is if you post a whole lot, now it's suggested by multiple different online gurus from First Attraction Marketing that you only post 3 to maybe 5 times a day. So the reason for that is because if you post a lot, Facebook puts your stuff way, 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 way down in people's news feeds, and you don't want that unless you just don't care, right? So I don't do this just because, again, Facebook edge rank, but you can do this if you wish. Now, you also have the ability to add a plugin to a web page if you're so inclined. This is a little bit more advanced, so no need to worry about this unless you want to add this follow button down here, which most blogs have the ability to do that these days, so no problems there. And that's it. One thing I did forget to mention is how to do it on your posts. So let's say that you had a post, right? And you wanted to choose just your friends. You could choose just your friends, You could choose only me. I do this in my marketing where I will put the link of one of my posts in here because it will link the post as if I shared it through the share option. But you can change as only me. They've added a new ability here to add your posts to a particular album, which is really cool. So instead of having just photos in an album, you can have actual posts. Pretty nifty there, right? And then once you click post, you can then make the same changes on a post that's been posted. So let's say that I just posted this. I can come here to the little drop down button that would allow me to make the choice of who would see my post. And when you make that change, it's immediate. So I'm going to move that back to public. But that's basically it for creating the deciding who will have the ability to look at your posts. So thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Cassandra, aka the Prosperous Heart from www.ProsperousHeart.com. And by the way, if you would like to learn how you can create an additional income stream by sharing your passions like I have with you today, please send me a message or leave a comment below about more info, and I would love to share with you what I know. In this day and age, there's no reason you can't follow your dreams and create the lifestyle that you love, because there's so much going on in the world, and I'm simply a messenger. So send me a message. Would love to chat, share with you what I know. If it's something that sounds like you want to dive into, fantastic. If it's not totally cool, again, I am simply the messenger. I love sharing what I know and empowering people to create their dream lifestyles. Thank you so much for watching me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.